Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon.
And I am a rail enthusiast who loves going up and down the country, riding on the trains, filming and taking photos of them as well. These videos of my railway journeys can differ sometimes as they can go to plan or will go bad.
Welcome to Simon Trains Railway Journeys. Hello and welcome to Jasmine Metro Station. Now this metro station is part of today's blog, but there's also filming at other stations as well. So these stations we'll be filming at Morpeth, Manors, Morpeth, Trainspotter. We're at Manors, Cramlington, a station that is a secret at the moment because it's a twist in the blog. And we shall be clearing the Saltburn branch. So the plan is today is actually film at Manors, Crammed Vinton, Morpeth railway station. There's also a plan to visit the Saltburn line to clear that, and there's also a plan to visit a disused railway station. The actual spoiler is here. But after Crammed Vinton there is actually a divert on this plan because unfortunately something bad happened at Manors and it didn't really make me too happy a bit, but that will be explained throughout the blog. So we also have to change this plan unfortunately that I've got. As my metro train comes in now, we're going to be starting at Middlesbrough railway station of our journey today. So we're going to be starting our journey today at Middlesbrough railway station, which is just behind me. So I'm now going to go to the railway station to catch the 0824 Northern Service to Darlington and get my ticket for today as well. I'll explain more when I'm at Middlesbrough railway station on the platform. So I'm just about to leave Middlesbrough station now at 158896. Yep, we're just off now, you hear that buzzer. Now today's plan is on the Tyne Day Ranger, which I had to do it this way because it was a bit of a problem to plan this on.
Darlington. The next stop is Thornaby.
On this Tyne Day Ranger, it covers you to Whitby and Saltburn from Middlesbrough. It covers you from Middlesbrough to Northampton by Yarn. It covers you from Middlesbrough to Darlington by Dinsdale. It covers you on the Durham coastline to Newcastle. It also covers the Bishop Auckland branch from Darlington. And it also covers you to Hexham and Morpeth. Now Morpeth is where we're going first, but we change it to Darlington to get to Morpeth. We'll be travelling on the London North Eastern Railway service. After Morpeth we're going to Manors, then Cramlington, and then back to Newcastle that way, because the problem with Morpeth is with Northern services. They're only 2 hourly today on Sunday. So anyway, let's have some shots of the train passing through stations and stopping and starting, like the video montage. This is Darlington Railway Station. Now, I'm not going to be doing any filming here today because that's going to be tomorrow's vlog, which is going to be the next one. Because the next vlog I'll be doing, I'll give you a little spoiler now, is that I'm focusing on the line between Thornaby and Darlington, calling all stations apart from Teeside Airport. Now, we are here at Darlington waiting for the 0935 to Edinburgh. Now, you see the banner behind me there, it says Azuma, and there's another banner just here with a picture of Azuma. Now, today is the day that I've been waiting for a very long time, because my train to Morpeth from here is actually a 10-coach Azuma, so it's going to be 2 5 cars. So, everyone's kept asking me, "What, have you been on LNER Azuma yet?" No, I haven't, but this vlog is going to be the first time I'm ever going to be on one. So, we're waiting for that to come in now to take me to Morpeth.
Okay.
This is Morpeth Station, our first station today that I'll be filming here. Now, this is actually a good station because I do like catching the trains on that curve down the bottom. Now that curve is a speed restriction of 50 miles per hour because it's so tight. Which unfortunately there has been 4 accidents on that curve in the past. 2 of them were fatal ones. But Morpeth Station opened by the Newcastle Berwick Railway on the 1st of March 1847. The station was designed by Benjamin Green in the Scottish baronial style and retains the original station building, which is just behind me here. Now, the Blyth and Tyne Railway opened another station at Morpeth, which was just across the road from this one. You can see that building there, that's where the other station building was. The other station which the Blyth and Tyne opened. Now, they opened this on the 1st of April 1858, but it closed in the 24th of May 1880. Now that station over there was a terminus. Also, the North British Railway served this station with a line from the Borders County line by a Scots Gap on the Wansbeck Railway. This line opened in 1862 and closed in 1966. Now, I'm going to be here for an hour and a half because I had to catch an LNER service to here because the northern services that terminate here are runs every 2 hourly. And I was trying to use the northern service. I was trying to actually use a free pass that I had from Northern for this, but it wasn't working out, so I had to get the Day Ranger. So we're here till about 11:50. Then we're going down to Manors to film there for 50 minutes. Then I'm going to Cramlington to film there for 50 minutes. Then back to Newcastle that way. That was the only way I could plan it properly. I did say in my last blog, the planning for this was actually a bit of a pain. So we're going to film some more trains passing through Morpeth Station and then carry on down to Manors.
it can be a bit odd. That's it.
behind me is Manors Station. Now this is the second station of the day that I'll be filming trains. But I'm not going to have the full hour here because the problem is Northern only run a Sunday service which is every 2 hours. So I'm waiting for the same unit to come back from either Newcastle or the Metro Centre. Don't know where it's going to. But it's going to come back here, take me to Cramlington, which they've got 50 minutes at Cramlington before that unit takes me back to Newcastle. It was the only way that I could plan it, to be honest, because they'd say the planning for this was a bit of a pain. But this station here is not actually the original Manors Station, because that station opened on the 1st of July 1847 by the Newcastle and Berg Railway. But that station, the original one, was only a temporary one. This one, which was more permanent, opened on the 30th of August 1850. Now the station was renamed to Manors East because behind me, as you can see these platforms here, I've also put something on the screen now about these platforms. So there'll be a quick video going up now. Those platforms behind me is the site of Mattersdorff Station. Now, when they renamed Manors East Station on the 1st of January 1909, Mattersdorff Station opened on the same day, but they also closed the station further north of Mattersdorff because the Blyth and Tyne Railway had a terminus station in Newcastle called New Bridge Street Station, and that closed in 1909 when they opened Mattersdorff Station. Now on the 20th of February 1969, the station was combined, so Mattersdorff and Manors East Station was just named Manors. But the platforms at Mattersdorff Station closed on the 23rd of January 1978. Now this was to announce the construction of the Tyne Metro, because there is a bit further down there a Manors Metro Station, which I think you see quite a few times in my blogs in the past. Now, I'll be leaving here at 1 o'clock to head to Cramlington, which will be my next station, which I mentioned before. So we're going to film a couple more trains passing through here, and then we're going on to Cramlington. Third station of the day, Crammed Vinton. Now, I'll explain the history of the Crammed Vinton station first, and then I'm going to run into some problems afterwards. We are 278 miles and 50 chays from London King's Cross. The station opened 1847 when the line was also opened. Now, Northumberland County Council and the local rail user group Senrug wants to relocate this station 200 metres south in order to serve the town's Manor Walk shopping centre. Now, in 2018 to 2019, the passenger rail usage of this station actually crossed into the six-figure numbers for the first time, I think. This station has 107,800 passengers which use this station. Now, I did say I actually ran into some problems, and I have. First of all, I was supposed to get 8 trains through this station. I'm only getting less now because they cancelled 3 of them. And secondly, I'll show you on photo. My camera's decided to mess itself up. So I think the screen's damaged on it. How did that happen? It's simple really, because I was coming down the footbridge from Manors Station after getting a photo on my phone for Instagram that I post up. And unfortunately, I went left a little bit and put my camera into a pole. And unfortunately, it's done that. So I'm going to have to get that replaced now because I can't take photos like that. Anyway, so we're going to get what we can here and then get a train back to Newcastle, which will be the same unit that went up to Morpeth. What I'm doing this now is I've changed the plan. I'm actually going to the Metro Centre to see if I can try and pick up a new camera and hopefully try and get back on track a bit after that. Because after Cramlington I was supposed to go to Jasmine, the disused railway station there. So I might have to knock that off, or I might have to knock filming Middlesbrough off. But after filming Middlesbrough I was going to Saltburn to clear that line and come back, so that was it really. Anyway, it's interesting that we're coming in on the wrong line. Anyway, here's the Metro Centre. had to get a bus from Metro Centre to Newcastle Eldon Square. Now I'm going to try and get on the Metro because I've got a camera in biker area that I've got to pick up. So I'm heading there now.
The next train at platform 3 is for the coast.
I've come to Chillingham Roads because I've got to get a new camera, and there's Argus down that way in the biker area. What I did not expect though is right in front of me. Heated depot. Oh my days, you could not make this up. Anyway, so I have to get a new camera because the next blog's like the Great Central the next day, and I just can't work with that camera while it's like that. So I do apologise that I've literally taken a massive detour on this blog. It has been entertaining and rushed for a bit. Like I said, at Monument Metro Station, I had to get a bus from Metro Centre, the X45, I think it was Red Kite or something like that, from Gateshead from the Metro Centre to Newcastle Eldon Square, and then I had to walk it to the Monument Metro stop to get one to here. There's a Grand Central coming this way actually, and there's the East Coast Main Line. That was 91104. Anyway, I'm going to pick up my camera now because I've got to get there before 4 o'clock. It's nearly 25 past 3 now. It's got about 35 minutes to get it, and then I'll see what I can try and do to salvage this day. It looks like I might be in the middle of nowhere, but just down here actually is the Metro Station I just got off at. I've just been to Argos and I have got my camera now. Now while I've got a ticket on the Tyne Metro, I might as well go to the Jasmine Station, which is the disused station got planned. Then after that I'll carry on and make it up. So this is Chillingham Road Metro Station. But I'm back there now. It does look like a nice place that I may film in the future if I come here. But this metro station is in the south of the heated area of Newcastle upon Tyne. And it's served by the Tyne Metro. It was originally going to be called Parsons, reflecting its proximity to the Parsons Engineering Works. But it's also close to the East Coast Main Line, which you saw earlier, and heated TMD. And the long path of from Chillingham Road, an unusual electronics display showing the arrival times of the next train were not installed until 2009. Well, I think it's this path here. That path there it's on about. Azuma's just gone by. But no, this station was opened on the 14th of November 1982. But anyway, what I'm going to do is now. Oh yeah, and also Chillingham Road is also the closest metro station to the location of the former Heaton Railway Station, west of here. Fortunately, I won't have time to look at that one. But what I'm going to do is though, since I've got a Tyne metro ticket, is I'm going to Jasmine, like I said, on the road service. We're just waiting for one to show up now and get to Jasmine.
The train standing at platform 2 is for St James.
I've actually got a bit too far where I was going to be, but basically I've come to this area Jasmine because, believe it or not, right next door, don't know if I can find a good view to show it. There is a nice LNER T coach here, but this is the site of the Jasmine Station original, because this actually closed and they reopened the Tyne one. Because in the last blog back in November I did a Tyne Metro Day, and I noticed that what I thought was a station at first, but it turns out it wasn't a station. It was a tunnel arch which actually took you to this part here, which is Jasmine Station, which is behind this fence. I'm going to find another view of it and see if I can do a bit of history of it then. Behind me is the original Jasmine Station. It's now a disused station, and my god, it's a beautiful disused station. I wonder how long is it before the White Wicks come up here that just admire this abandonness of this disused station. The line is actually still used because it's empty stock working through here, which I'll explain in my notes for Jasmine. The station opened by the Blyth and Tyne Railway in 1864 to the design of John Dobson. The line went to Newcastle Newbridge Station though, until the station closed in 1909, Then Jasmine was ended up linked with Manors and Newcastle Central Station, which I mentioned earlier, and Manors. Now, the station closed on the 23rd of January 1978. This was to allow the construction of the Tyne Metro. Jasmine Metro Station to be built. Now, Jasmine Metro Station is actually just over there in that direction. Now, if I do have also, because when I just filled the Metro car out of Jasmine Station, I just filled a bit of that track down there because that actually loops just after Jasmine's Metro Station. Now, the site of the station still sees empty stock workings between Manors Metro Station and West Jasmine Metro Station, which I was just on about earlier. So this was a brilliant find. I was hoping to be here earlier, but fortunately I had to go get a new camera. But it's still light enough for me to come here. I had a ticket for Zone A anyway, so I thought, well, I might as well come here anyway. Now I'm going to see if I can try and get back quickly to do the Saltburn branch to end the blog. I was planning to go to Middlesbrough, but that's going to be off now. I do have to go back to Middlesbrough though, because my hotel's in Middlesbrough. But this is a stunner of a find.
Platform 2 for the 1652 LNER Service to Edinburgh Waverley.
Now back at Darlington Station. Now this wasn't the plan because I was hoping after Cramlington to get to Jasmine quickly, that I was going to be on the 3:30 from Newcastle to Middlesbrough by the Down coastline. And I was hoping that I would have filmed at Middlesbrough for just over an hour and then got the train at 18:23 to Saltburn from Middlesbrough. Now unfortunately, because of all the hassle with the camera, I'm going to be leaving Middlesbrough now. I will be going through Middlesbrough because I've got to get back to Middlesbrough from Saltburn. Now this next unit that's going to come into Turbate here, or no actually I think it comes from Bishop Auckland. Yeah, I think it comes from Bishop Auckland actually. Goes to Saltburn, and this would be the train I would catch at Middlesbrough if I went and filmed at Middlesbrough for the hour. So we're going to be back on track with this unit coming in at Darlington. Now, I'll be honest with you, I did say I was actually going to Saltburn now, but I've actually took a little detour. Now, even though the whole vlog was actually filmed on the Sunday, the 19th of January, this part is actually filmed on the 18th of January. But this station I'm at is Lombeck. Now, this is a northern run station between Redcar Central, which is in that direction, and Saltburn, which is in that direction. This station was opened on the 13th of May 1985, and it also has something interesting which I will show you now. It's got a beautiful signal box just down the bottom here by this level crossing. Hope you enjoyed this little bonus footage and this little detour that I took at Longbeck Station. I was only here to film some trains and do a quick history of this station and look at that lovely single box that is over there. So we are now moving back to the plan to head to Saltburn. So now we're going to be back on track. So we now made it to Saltburn. The Saltburn line is now cleared, which is a line that I do need to clear. We've got roughly less than 10 minutes here before I leave on this train back to Middlesbrough. Now, Saltburn Station was owned by the Stockton and Darlington Railway on the 17th of August 1861 from their line from Redcar. 11 years later, the North Eastern Railway opened the line towards Broughton. This was the Whitby, Redcar and Middlesbrough Union Railway. The line is still open, serving Skinning Grove Steelworks and Bolbury Poshat Mine. In its heyday, the station actually had 4 platforms, but in 1974 it lost 2 of them platforms, which I think are actually over there where the car park is. There was also a platform for a hotel here as well, but that got discontinued. Anyway, just going to have a very quick look at this station, then jump back on 158848 to Middlesbrough, and then we're going to end the vlog back in Middlesbrough. Made it back into the Travelodge now. This is the last night I'm staying in this Middlesbrough Travelodge, and then the next day I'm going back home, which that will be all blocked as well. So let's start off with today's plan. Went Middlesbrough Darlington, okay. I actually filmed the entire journey from Eagles Cliff to Darlington. That will be up on YouTube sometime in the future. Maybe sooner, maybe before this vlog, maybe after. Then we got the LNER Azuma service, which was my very first Azuma service ride, behind 800, 209 and 800, 210, which I went from Darlington to Morpeth on it. Had a good time in Morpeth. It was absolutely brilliant. There was a guy who I actually met called Thomas there. Also, Jordan Stewart was supposed to be joining me for today's vlog, but unfortunately couldn't make it because he went ill and I hope he makes a speedy recovery, to be honest. But towards the end of Morpeth, they did have a few trains that were running late, and there was a Transpennine that was cancelled as well. But we still got some decent stuff out of Morpeth anyway. Then I went to Manors Station, 12:09 to 12:59 there. Had some good stuff coming in, and some good stuff that was, I know a Voyager diverted on the platform that got off that goes to Newcastle, and even my train came in on that platform there. But unfortunately at Manors, while I was there, is that I was taking a photo for Instagram on the top of the footbridge, was walking back down. I think I lost my balance a little bit, I went a bit left. Sometimes it happens, and my camera, which is this one, the Sony HX60, was in my pocket, and as I leaned left, it kind of tapped the footbridge a bit, or crunched against the footbridge, and when I switched it on, unfortunately the screen is absolutely ruined. I've had this over 3 years anyway, because this one, believe it or not, I got in 2016 in Southampton, because I was doing something in Eastleigh and had it open like this, and it just went boom, dropped in. So I tried to do Cramlington with that camera, and okay, so it was alright, so it wasn't. So then I ended up going to Metro Centre. Had to divert myself from the plan a little bit to try and get the camera there, but fortunately they didn't have it, but they had it in Biker. So I had to get a bus from Metro Centre to Newcastle, Eldon Square. The X45, the red kite. Then I had to get the Tyne Metro over to, is it Chillingham Road, I think? Yeah, Chillingham Road. And then I got my camera from there, which is basically the same one. If I just pick it up, that I got. Cost me £189. But unfortunately I have the camera because I've got the Great Central Gala coming up shortly, and I don't really want to use that if it's messed up like that, because my photos actually go on Flickr here, which I've got uploaded now. Okay, yes, I'm kind of behind because I've just uploaded my photos from Koshelup, which is from the 15th of December, no, 16th of December, sorry, because the 15th I went to Yatton and Western Supermare. And plus, how I actually film, which you don't see sometimes, is I'll talk into this mirror. It's actually going to be a long outro, which I do apologise. So I have the camcorder like that, but I actually have the camera like that. So I'm actually filming and taking photos at the same time. But anyway, I'll wrap this up quickly now because I actually am talking for 5 minutes. So, went back to go to the Jasmine Station, which was a brilliant find. Then I went back to Darlington via Newcastle instead of the Durham coastline. Had to not film at Middlesbrough, and then I was back on track at Darlington, heading to Saltburn to clear that line and back. Right, tomorrow's plan is simple. I'm focusing on stations between Thornaby and Darlington, apart from Teeside Airport. That's tomorrow's plan. Social media by now, Simon Train's YouTube FB page on Facebook, Simon Train's Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching this blog, and also Flickr at Simon Train's Photos. I'll see you for the next one next Sunday.